My name is LUKACHI KADOCH. Live in Minnesota, US, and I grew in Nairobi, Kenya. Had a really interesting life growing up. Life was really tough, but through hard work, determination, and having faith that things would work, had to pull through. So I have my wife and 2 kids. I would like to speak a little bit about the just concluded Camp Toyoyo tournament in Minneapolis, which we were hosts, and had a really successful day. One of the most interesting and the most unlikely angles that people don't even look at is the fact that we have players coming from across many states, from Texas, Seattle, Atlanta, Missouri, Kansas, New Jersey, Wisconsin, you name it, coming to meet once annually for this tournament, meeting old friends and having a good time and playing real competitive soccer, because we have players who actually featured for the national team, the Kenya national team. We have players who played top flight soccer, played pro soccer, who come back and meet at one place and have a great tournament, run kids clinic, and mentor the young guys. One of the things that are really crucial, that has been a missing gap with the current generation, is to get the right people who can create an enabling environment for them to really pursue their career, both in soccer and both in professional areas. Because once you reach a certain age, now you start slowing down in terms of your soccer, and at the same time you risk injury, which can slow you down, and therefore you have to have something that you can fall back to. So it's really critical, it's crucial, it is really important to have players who are going to mentor and actually lead the upcoming generation through making great choices for their careers. So I wanted also to mention that besides coming and just playing, these are people who actually coach in colleges, work in the soccer and sports areas, and at the same time of really importance is they run with crucial projects back in Kenya. We have people who have foundations back in Kenya, people who have actually youth groups that they are guiding back in Kenya, people who actually send sports equipment, send funding, raise funds and send back in Kenya to help in small business, to help in building capacity, training the youth, and making sure that these youth are mentored, they are guided, and they actually have an enabling environment that will be like a stepping stone to move to the next area. So it's critical to realize that we have a lot of players who do not necessarily say what they run with, but if you follow the player, you find they have their footprints back in Madara, back in Eastlands, Jericho areas, in Ziwani, Korogosho, Kariobangi, Kawangware, all through including areas that are in rural areas, in Nyanza, in Western, Eldoret neighborhoods, who are actually doing small things that have impact and changing the face, changing the perception of the youth back in Kenya. But they meet together during the Toyoyo tournament, have a good time, go through their memories, and set the agenda for what is it that they can do next to improve the community. So it is really critical. So, but now back to the tournament. What normally happens is that a state can host the tournament. Once the state takes the responsibility of hosting the tournament, they have to talk to a hotel where players will get opportunities to come and stay. Now look for fields and create a fixture, including officiating, including provision of services, availability of food, water, and actually run the tournament. It is really something that grew from 2010 with fewer teams, but it has now grown and reached a level where you have new teams being joining, you have more people coming to showcase, and you have also small businesses, Kenyan-owned businesses, people who are immigrants back in the US who are actually now being put on the map. There is an awareness about what people are doing. There is sensitizing people on what's happening. And so it is becoming something that is resourceful for both the people who are hosting and the people who are actually visiting. So Camp Toyoyo has been a great blessing to a lot of people, because at the same time there is ideas that have been generated as a result of people meeting. There is ideas that have been generated which have been shared, which are really constructive, which are building individuals both in their household and in their communities. One of the most important areas that has been overlooked for a long time is the area of the little children, especially the girl child. This is an area that people have overlooked over time because of the mentality that probably girls cannot do a lot of stuff. So people are being told that they have to embrace each and every gender in whatever they can do. And at the same time, there is need to promote diversity, to promote gender issues, so that we can build healthy families, we can build kids who are responsible, who will move to the next level once we fade away. So I want to just mention the fact that there is the importance of family too, because if the family is stable, then that means that the rest of the community is stable. If the family is healthy, the rest of the community is healthy. If the family is on the right track, then the rest of the community will actually arrive at its destination. So it is important to know that Toyoyo, which began just as a soccer tournament, has now grown over to incorporate more ideas, more and more stuff that now benefits the community as a whole. This has been driven also by the kind of backgrounds where most of the players came from. Players who came from families that were of a lower socioeconomic status, players who really struggled in their lives, but now getting an opportunity to come to the US where it is a level playing ground, they've been able to achieve certain objectives in their lives, and in turn have become a source of inspiration, a source of support, a source of actually go-to to the people back in Kenya in areas where they live. So that tells you that if you create an enabling environment, if you create opportunities for people who actually are facing difficulties, then you can have a situation that will change a generation. Because once you get out from the vicious cycle of poverty through which maybe your parents, your grandparents grew in, now it means that moving forward, the generation is going to take a different route. So having said that, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of an advice that there is need for working as a team, need for having like idea generations, coming up with new ideas, and at the same time having a progress review of what you're doing. Are you on the right track? But if you can build the youth and create an enabling environment and support in terms of mentorship, in terms of capacity building, in terms of showing people how to fish and not giving the fish, then that changes. It is powerful, it is impactful, it leads to a generation that is operating at a higher level. Those few remarks, once again, say thank you for the opportunity to just share a little bit about the Toyoyo experience. Thank you. Now, before I wind up, it is very important for me not to forget the people who actually are behind the scenes but who make the things go. And first of all, I want to mention, really special mention for the board members of Toyoyo. We have Ripa Nyanje, we have Felix Mkacha, Edwin Odipo, and myself. And again, we have a supporting cast that we had in Minnesota. Jeremy Ongeri, we have Job Mundi, we have Muhammad Murunga, Naftali Kokiro, Alan Mbichu, Mr. Towet really helped in terms of officiating. Forgetting somebody here, Fred and our friend Ren. These are people who actually divided all the duties and actually made it a really successful day. And while these are committee members, there is now a team of people or organizations that now brought in the finances, which were key in making us achieve. I want to mention really a special thank you to Summit Chiropractic. Dr. Alex Oswam was key and has been really consistent in supporting staff in the community, not just Toyoyo, but even supporting other areas in the community that need. Now, there is the Jogoro.org, Jeremy Hicks, there is Total Cleaning, Edits Mobility, Guitar Financial, Tuma Events, Destiny Hill Church, and then the Metropolitan Transport Network. All these are people who actually supported in form of finances. And we have people who are actually nameless in a worthy cause. They fly under the radar, they are nameless, but they are really impactful when it comes to the financial muscle that makes other things run. So it was really important for me to kind of mention them because they are the people, they are the wheels that make things move. Thank you very much.